Welcome to Do Some Good Advanced, the all-in-one solution that helps you manage every step of your giving process, from applications and reviews to decisions, storytelling, and reporting. Imagine this. You've just launched a new community giving program. Do Some Good's drag and drop form builder made it simple to customize, brand, and launch. And now, submissions are pouring in. Every organization reviews differently. Do Some Good Advanced adapts to fit your review process no matter how simple or complex. Here are some common scenarios that may sound familiar. Independent review, where each reviewer scores their own assigned submissions. Group scoring, where multiple reviewers evaluate the same submissions. Regional reviewers, where reviewers are assigned based on geography or program area. Amount-based routing, where smaller requests are reviewed by a manager, while larger funding requests are automatically routed to a board or senior decision makers. Multiple phases, where submissions go through staged reviews. For example, initial reviewers score to create a shortlist, then a board or leadership team completes a second round with different evaluation criteria. No matter your review style, Do Some Good Advanced gives you the flexibility and tools to manage it all with clarity, structure, and ease. In this demo, we'll walk through just one of these common workflows, assigning 10 submissions each to 5 reviewers. But more importantly, we'll focus on the key challenges commonly experienced within this process and how our new set of advanced features solve these, so no matter what your workflow looks like, you can get more accomplished in less time. We want to specifically thank our amazing Do Some Good family for your feedback. Your ideas have helped shape this evolution, and just like always, we've listened, iterated, and pushed beyond expectations. This is the kind of ongoing innovation you've come to expect from us, and there's more to come. Let's jump into the first challenge, access. In many systems, or when managing requests manually, everyone ends up seeing everything. It's overwhelming. Reviewers are flooded with irrelevant submissions, administrators have to clarify what applies to who, and there's often no easy way to limit access or maintain privacy. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can fix that. Create custom roles and permissions so each reviewer sees only what they're responsible for. We've built ready-to-use templates to help you launch faster, and you can easily customize them to fit your unique needs. Go to Roles in your team area. Create a reviewer role, assign limited access, and invite your team to that limited administrator role. On their end, they'll see only their assigned submissions, a clean and intuitive workspace that reduces confusion and keeps them focused. Let's move on to a second common challenge, scoring and evaluation. Whether it's happening in spreadsheets, emails, or different tools, feedback is often scattered and inconsistent. There's no standard format, no easy way to compare, and no central record to guide decisions. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can bring structure and clarity to your review process, with 2 powerful types of internal use fields for administrators and reviewers. Shared admin fields, which can be used for things like tagging and classification, and reviewer fields for structured scoring and feedback. First, let's add one of our question elements. Then, let's make it a shared admin field. These are completed by an admin and can be used to internally classify submissions. Examples might include the target demographic, like youth or newcomers, which UN Sustainable Development Goal the project aligns with, or the community priority area it supports. Any shared admin field is hidden from applicants, but is powerful for internal filtering, segmenting, and reporting later on. Next, we add reviewer fields. These are filled out by one or more reviewers during evaluation process. You can include numeric scoring fields like an impact score, or written feedback like what stood out the most. Reviewer fields are highly flexible. You can add instructions to guide reviewers, enable private scoring and feedback to keep evaluations independent, or apply weighting to emphasize what matters most. Whether you're collecting input from one reviewer or several, Do Some Good makes it easy to standardize scoring, maintain privacy, and confidently compare results, all in one place. Now let's look at another common challenge, reviewing efficiently. In most systems, reviewers have to click into every submission, skim through excessive information, and constantly jump between pages. It's time-consuming, hard to compare applications side by side, and increases the chance of missing key details. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can build and save custom views that strip away the noise and show reviewers exactly what they need. This eliminates the clutter, so they can score, compare, and make decisions all while staying on one screen. From the Submissions tab, click Customize View. Then create exactly the view you want. Start by choosing as many filters as you need. For example, you may choose to filter by submission state and only choose submissions that are unprocessed or in review. You may choose to further filter your view by only including submissions for a specific program or form. There are many options to choose from, so you can narrow your view to only show exactly what you want. At any point, you can scroll down and see the filtered results live in real time. Then you can customize the columns, keeping the essentials and removing unnecessary fields that reviewers don't need to see when they're reviewing or scoring. Then you can add other fields you want them to see, like the amount of funding requested and what will the funds be used for. And finally, you can add in any scoring fields that you created and make them editable right up from within your view so they can review and score all from one place. Once you've customized your view, it's time to save it. Let's name it something like Reviewer Scoring View. Once saved, assign this view to your reviewer owner group and set it as their Submission tab default. Now, every reviewer sees the same clean, focused table. And for wider screens, they can use Extended View to expand it to full screen for distraction-free, side-by-side scoring. No more clicking in and out, just one seamless, streamlined review environment. Now let's tackle a challenge every program manager knows: managing assignments. When you're dealing with dozens or hundreds of submissions, assigning them manually becomes a full-time job. Administrators end up juggling email threads, updating spreadsheets, and copying names back and forth, all while trying to track which reviewer has access to what. It's messy, inefficient, and prone to error. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can create reviewer groups and assign submissions in seconds, whether each reviewer handles their own set or you want multiple people to score the same submission. First, we set up an owner group. Let's call it Round 1 Reviewers. And now, let's add our team members. Then, from the Submissions table, we can select as few or as many submissions as we want, and then choose Change Owner. Want to assign individually? Select a reviewer and assign their batch. Want multiple reviewers on the same set? Assign a group, and each member will have access to those same submissions. For example, you could assign 10 unique submissions to 5 reviewers, or have 3 reviewers evaluate the same 10, giving you multiple scores per entry. It's fast, it's flexible. No more back and forth or chaotic tracking. Let's talk about the moment after all the reviews are in, and the challenge of making confident, consistent decisions. In many processes, scoring is scattered, buried in emails, forms, or spreadsheets, and administrators have to manually piece together the results. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can evaluate submissions based on reviewer responses and scoring. You can access a real-time summary of all scores, whether you have 1 reviewer, 4 reviewers, 10, or more. You can instantly see each submission's individual scores and overall averages based on weighting of each question and how many reviewers have completed scoring. This makes it easy to compare and identify top contenders with data, not guesswork. Once you've selected the submissions that you plan to support, a familiar challenge often comes up: tracking where the money's going. In manual systems, budgets are managed in spreadsheets, or worse, not tracked at all, making it hard to stay on top of allocation. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can assign each submission to a budget or split between multiple budgets by GL code, program area, or region. That means you can track how much budget is potentially spoken for even before final approval. This helps you make decisions during the review process and be able to see in real time what's been committed, what's remaining, and what transactions are allocated to each budget. Even after funding is approved, one of the most important steps is often the most overlooked: collecting the outcomes. Whether it's progress updates, collecting additional data, testimonials, or impact photos, this part of the process often falls through the cracks when teams rely on manual follow-up. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can trigger follow-up forms to ensure nothing is missed. Every response stays tied directly to the original submission, making it easy to track. And the best part? For follow-up forms that collect testimonials or stories, these can be automatically published to your website, intranet, social media channels, or even shared with local media outlets without any extra work from your team. When it's time to report on your impact, many teams find themselves exporting raw data and spending hours cleaning it up in spreadsheets. With Do Some Good Advanced, you can work with your data right inside the platform. Sort submissions, edit or expand information directly in individual cells, or customize your view. If you still need more customization, you can instantly export that tailored view as a clean, ready-made file. Whether you're reporting by region, program, GL code, or time frame, your data is organized, accessible, and ready to go. In just minutes, you've gone from overwhelmed to organized. With Do Some Good Advanced, you've tackled the toughest parts of managing requests: controlled access with custom roles, simplified scoring and evaluation, streamlined assignments, tracked every dollar with budgeting tools, captured outcomes and shared impact stories, and you did it all in one seamless, powerful platform. This is Do Some Good Advanced, where powerful tools come together to save you time, amplify your impact, and help your good work shine. Do Some Good helps you do good better.